Hi there, Terry back again. Hope I find you well. Welcome to my latest video. The last two Star Trek paperback book videos went well, so I thought I'd do two more. And now comment away if you did enjoy them. Tell me if you didn't. I'll see what I need to change. But anyway, I will start with Voyager, but you probably guessed that. These were all published by Pocketbooks, as before. And number 6, we have The Murdered Son, published in February '96, written by Christine Golden, who was born in 1963 in Atlanta, Georgia. She has written 15 Star Trek novels, also writes novels under her pen name Jadian Bell. And this particular one is, as I said, The Murdered Son. And it says, when sensors indicate a possible wormhole nearby, Captain Janeway is eager to investigate, hoping to find a shortcut back to the Federation. Instead, she discovers a solar system being systematically pillaged by the warlike Acarians. The last thing Janeway wants is to get caught up in someone else's war. But to check out the wormhole and to protect the innocent inhabitants of Varuna 4, she has no choice but to take on the Acarians. But who knows what unexpected dangers lurk beneath the crimson glow of the murdered sun. Then we have Ghost of a Chance, published in April '96 by Mark A. Garland and Charles G. McGrain. And I can't find much about these two authors, unfortunately, other than Mark has done 2 Star Trek novels and Charles, Star Trek-wise, just this collaboration. Ghost of a Chance. Badly damaged by a close encounter with the dwarf star, the USS Voyager discovers a world being torn apart by awesome volcanic stresses. The primitive inhabitants of Drena 4 face extinction unless the starship Voyager intervenes, something the Prime Directive forbids. Captain Janeway's dilemma is complicated by the arrival of another starship. The Televec offer aid to both the Voyager and the endangered planet, but their offer may be too good to be true. Strange, ghostly visions trouble Janeway and her crew, warning them of danger to come. Caught between uncertain allies and the threat of a global catastrophe, Janeway learns that the special warnings are very real. Next we have Cybersong, published in June '96. It's written by Shari Ann Lewitt, who was born in New York in 1954. To date, her only Star Trek novel. A mysterious signal lures the starship Voyager to an uncharted sector of the Delta Quadrant, and an enigmatic ghost ship floating adrift in space. Janeway mounts an investigation, hoping the alien ship may hold a clue to the whereabouts of the caretaker's long-lost ship and his mate, the only known entity with the power to send the USS Voyager home. The ghost ship appears deserted, but soon a strange presence casts an eerie spell over the hearts and souls of the crew. Unless Janeway can solve the vessel's mystery, the Voyager itself may succumb to its haunting song. Next we have number 9, The Invasion, The Final Fury. This is part 4 of a crossover with the original, Next Generation and DS9. I'll obviously come to them later in videos. Written by David Ab Hugh, published in August '96. David has written 7 Star Trek novels, and he was born in Los Angeles in 1960. The Final Fury. For ages they have sought to claim our worlds. Now at last we take the battle to them. Far from the Federation's desperate war against the invading Furies, the crew of the USS Voyager encounters something they never expected to hear again, a Starfleet distress call. The signal leads them to a vast assemblage of non-humanoid races engaged in a monumental project of incredible magnitude. Here is the source of the terrible invasion threatening the entire Alpha Quadrant, and for the Starship Voyager, a possible route home. But soon there may not be any home to return to. And this is the epic conclusion to the greatest crossover saga of all time. Right, number 10, Bless the Beasts, published December 96. This is Karen Haber's only Star Trek novel, but she has written many short stories and novels, including Batman and Wonder Woman short stories. Born in 1955 and lives in Oakland, California. Bless the Beasts. In desperate need of crucial repairs, the starship Voyager has come to Sardalia, a planet blessed with great natural beauty and apparently friendly inhabitants. The Sardalians welcome Voyager enthusiastically, but Captain Janeway soon grows suspicious. The Sardalians seem almost too eager to help. Janeway fears they are hiding some secret agenda. When Tom Paris and Harry Kim disappear while visiting the planet, the captain and her crew find themselves caught in the middle of a planetary war and faced with an agonising moral dilemma. Number 11. The Garden, published in February 97. It's written by Melissa Scott, who was born in 1960 in Little Rock, Arkansas. This is one of the 2 Star Trek novels she has written. The Garden. Desperately in need of vital nutritional supplies, the crew of the USS Voyager must risk dealing with an enigmatic race known as the Curse, legendary for the bountiful crops of their world and for their secretive ways. Despite Neelix's warnings, Captain Janeway leads an away team to the Curse homeworld. But when the hostile Adarim attack the Curse, Janeway finds herself caught in a deadly situation. Forced to fight alongside the Curse, Janeway and her crew can only hope that their strange new allies are not more dangerous than their common foe. And lastly, for the Voyager one so far, we have Chrysalis. This was published in March 97. It's written by David Niall Wilson, who was born in 1959 in Clay County, Illinois. This is his only Star Trek novel, but he has written many horror, sci-fi and fantasy novels. Chrysalis. When the sensors of the USS Voyager detect abundant plant life on an unexplored planet, Captain Janeway leads an away team in search of fresh food supplies. They find lavish gardens inhabited by an enigmatic alien race that holds the gardens sacred. The fragrant blossoms are beautiful, enticing, and far more dangerous than they appear. One by one, the away team begins to fall into deep comas from which they cannot be revived. Unwilling to spread the affliction to Voyager, the away team is trapped on the planet until a cure can be found. But their investigation is perceived as desecration by the devout worshippers of the gardens. Pursued by a fanatical mob, slowly succumbing to the insidious effect of the blossoms, Janeway faces either a violent death or an endless sleep. Right, that's Voyager. We'll be doing Deep Space Nine next. Right, Deep Space Nine now. And we have number 6, Betrayal. This was published in May 94, and it was written by Lois Triton, who was born in 1946 in South Bend, Indiana. She's still with us, thankfully, and this is our only Star Trek novel to date. And we have ambassadors from all over the Federation have assembled on Deep Space Nine for a conference that will determine the future of the planet Bajor. Keeping dozens of alien ambassadors happy is hard enough, but when hidden terrorists start blowing up the station, Commander Benjamin Sisko must track a hidden enemy who strikes at will. Then things get even worse. A new Cardassian commander arrives, demanding the return of Deep Space Nine to the Cardassians. With Deep Space Nine now a dangerous minefield, Sisko must defuse a situation that threatens the very existence of the planet Bajor. There we have number 7, War Child, published in September 94, and this was written by Esther Fresner. She was born in 1951 in New York City. Her only Star Trek novel, but she has written many sci-fi and fantasy short stories, novelettes, and novels. Message left behind by the Kai Opaka gives Commander Benjamin Sisko a fateful mission. find a young Bajoran girl destined to be a great healer who could bring together the warring factions of Bajor. While Lieutenant Dax tries to refine the healer, Dr. Bashir goes planetside to treat a rare disease that is killing the children in Bajor's resettlement camps. Surrounded by thousands of dying children, Bashir goes AWOL from Deep Space Nine, vowing not to return until the plague has been stopped. But by the time Dax finds the girl from the Kai's prophecy, the child has fallen victim to the plague. And now, with the fate of the entire planet at stake, Commander Sisko must find Dr. Bashir in time to save the child, who may be Bajor's last chance for peace. Then we have number 8, Antimatter, published in November 94. This was written by John Vaughan Holt, born in 1951 in Marion, Ohio. This is one of his 24 Star Trek novels, both original and novelizations. The Bajoran shipyard is assigned to build an engine for a new starship, a project which could be instrumental in revitalizing the planet's war-ravished economy. As Commander Sisko awaits the arrival of a tanker containing the antimatter that will power the starship, a band of hijackers captures the extremely valuable cargo and escapes through the wormhole. When the hijacking spurs a political debate, Major Kira struggles to mediate the dispute between the opposing factions. Meanwhile, Sisko makes a desperate move to retrieve the antimatter. And with the stability of the Bajoran economy at stake, Sisko, Dax and Odo infiltrate the hijackers, a move that could have deadly consequences for them and the planet Bajor. Then we have Proud Helios, published February 95, written by Melissa Scott. This is the first one she wrote before the Voyager one from earlier. Proud Helios. The free flow of traffic to the Gamma Quadrant is vital to the recovery and survival of the planet Bajor, and to Federation interests as well. When a mysterious cloaked ship begins raiding wormhole shipping, cleaning out holds and killing entire crews, Commander Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine acts at once to stop the menace. Commander Sisko has unexpected aid. The cloaked vessel has been striking Cardassian ships as well, and a Cardassian commander, Gul Dukat, intends to destroy the ship at all costs. Their unlikely alliance works well until two of Sisko's crewmen are captured by the raiders. Gul Dukat will stop at nothing to gain his victory. Now Sisko must locate the Predator ship, hold off the Cardassians long enough to rescue his people, and prevent an interstellar war. Valhalla next, number 10, published in April 95. It's written by Nathan Archer, who was born in 1954 in Arlington, Massachusetts. He has either written 4 or 6 Star Trek novels. I cannot find a categorical answer. Maybe you will have better luck. Let me know in the comments. Valhalla. Tensions caused by speculation that Cardassia is about to reoccupy Bajor are complicated by the arrival of a strange alien ship. When it is discovered that the crew is dead and the ship is carrying valuable Gamma Quadrant technology, it becomes a sought-after prize which Commander Sisko must fight to keep out of Cardassian hands. Meanwhile, Sisko also finds himself at odds with Major Kira, who believes the ship is Bajoran property. When the alien ship suddenly seizes control of Deep Space Nine and the Cardassians move in to try to capture it, Sisko must face off against a shipload of angry Cardassians and the alien being controlling Deep Space Nine. Number 11, Devil in the Sky next, published in June 95. It's written by Greg Cox, who was born in 1959, and he has written numerous Star Trek novels, collaborated this time with John Gregory Betancourt, who was born in 1963 in St. Louis, Missouri, who has written 3 Star Trek novels on his own and along with this 4th one. Devil in the Sky. The Halters of Janus 6 are the greatest miners in the galaxy, capable of burning through solid rock the way humanoids move through air. Recruited to help rebuild Bajor's devastated mining industry, the Halters could provide new hope for the planet's struggling economy. But when the Kardashian raiders abduct the mother Halter, Commander Sisko finds himself stuck with 20 Halter eggs, and then the eggs begin to hatch. While Major Kira leads a desperate rescue mission deep into Kardashian space, Commander Sisko faces a ravaging mass of newborn Halters, uncontrollable, indestructible, and eager to consume Deep Space Nine itself. And lastly, we have the Laotian Gamble, published September 95, written by Robert Sheckley, who was born in 1928. He only wrote one Star Trek novel, but wrote numerous sci-fi novels as well as TV scripts right up to his death in 2005. Please find his Wikipedia entry. He was phenomenal. When a mysterious alien woman from the planet Laertes, Laertes, how would you pronounce it, convinces Dr. Bashir to gamble for her at Quark's gaming tables. Things seem innocent enough, yet the more Dr. Bashir wins, the more things go wrong in the Federation. Ore ships vanish, planets lose their atmosphere, suns go nova. The cause and effect is hard to understand, but is proven by the bizarre Laertian science called complexity theory. When Bashir tries to stop gambling, a Laertian war fleet appears to force him to continue, while on the planet Laersh itself, Major Kira and Science Officer Dax must battle their way through chaos and danger to find a way to stop the Laertians and save Deep Space Nine and the Federation from utter destruction. Well, that's it for this part. I will be back with the Next Generation and the original series very soon. Do you like this content? Let me know in the comments. If you could give me a thumbs up, that's much appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.